In 2016, a hiker named Andrew McCauley tried to kayak across the Tasman Sea from Australia to New Zealand. He vanished. But here's the strange part. Rescuers recovered his last voice message, recorded just hours before he disappeared. In the recording, he didn't sound panicked. He sounded calm, like he knew something, or someone was coming. But Andrew's story isn't the only one. Sometimes the scariest things aren't what we see, they're what we hear and can't explain. Now imagine getting a voice message from someone who's already dead. Not hours before their death, not minutes, but days after. This is the story of the last voice message. Olivia was a junior at a college in upstate New York. A photography major, low-key, smart, and the kind of person who double-checked if you were okay even after you said you were fine. Her best friend, Maddie, had been her ride or die since freshman orientation. Until one rainy Friday night in November. Maddie was driving home alone from a late-night shift, texting Olivia that she was too tired to drive but didn't want to crash at work. Minutes later, her car flipped over on an icy bridge. She died instantly. The funeral was 2 days later. Olivia was shattered. But then, 3 nights after the funeral, Olivia's phone buzzed at 3:14 a.m. It was a voice message from Maddie's number. At first, Olivia thought it was a glitch. Maybe someone hacked her friend's account. But when she played the message, it was unmistakably Maddie's voice. Not just her tone, her pacing, the way she whispered Olivia's name. She said, "Liv, don't let them in. They're not who they say they are. Please, don't listen to them." Then, silence. No background noise, no static, just silence. The message was only 9 seconds long. Olivia froze. She replayed it again and again. It wasn't a recording she recognized. Maddie had never said those words before. More importantly, how was this even possible? Maddie's phone had been locked up in an evidence bag. The family hadn't touched it. The number was still active, but the service was disconnected. So where'd the message come from? Olivia did what any of us might do. She checked the metadata of the voice file. The message had been sent at exactly 3:14:07 a.m. But here's the catch. It was logged as coming from within Olivia's own dorm building. The ping tower confirmed it. She was literally alone in her room when the message arrived. But the sender was, according to the data, just a few rooms away. Creeped out, she reported it to campus security. They laughed it off, told her maybe someone was playing a prank, maybe it was a delayed voicemail, maybe she was stressed. But Olivia knew Maddie's voice. She knew what fear sounded like in it. And this message wasn't afraid of death. It was afraid of something after it. Over the next week, more things began happening. Olivia noticed her phone would buzz at exactly 3:14 a.m. every night. No notifications, just a buzz, one vibration, then nothing. She started recording the room while she slept. And one night, on the 7th night, her recorder picked up something. A faint sound, like whispering. Not clear, but when reversed and slowed down, one sentence stood out. "She's still listening." Her phone battery began to drain rapidly between 3 and 3:30 a.m., no matter how fully charged it was. She also began seeing things in her photos, shadows where there shouldn't be any, faces behind her reflection in dorm windows, a figure always just out of frame. 2 weeks after Maddie's funeral, Olivia received a second voice message. This time it was longer, 17 seconds. Maddie's voice was panicked. "Liv, it's getting harder to stay. I don't know how long I can keep them away. You need to leave tonight. Don't let them take you." There was a distant banging sound, like fists on a door. Then a whisper from another voice, not Maddie's, low, guttural. almost mechanical. It said, "Too late." And the message ended. Determined to understand what was happening, Olivia began researching. And that's when she stumbled upon a Reddit thread from 2013, posted by a user who had since deleted their account. The thread was titled, "Has anyone ever gotten a message from the dead?" In it, people from different parts of the country shared similar stories. A loved one dies suddenly. Days later, they receive a message. A warning. Always vague, always short. But the final comment stood out. It said, "If you get 2 messages, you're the next one. Don't wait for the third." That night, Olivia packed her things. She moved out of her dorm and drove 6 hours to her cousin's house in Pennsylvania. No forwarding address, no contact with anyone on campus. She left her phone behind, got a new number, new carrier. She even stopped using social media. For months, nothing happened. She thought maybe she escaped it. Until one day, her cousin's daughter, just 6 years old, picked up a toy phone and said, "A girl named Maddie says she's sorry. She said the third message is already playing." Olivia froze. The toy phone. It wasn't electronic. It had no batteries, no speakers, just a plastic shell. So what was it? Some believe Maddie's soul got trapped between worlds during the moment of impact. Others say Olivia was marked, chosen, by something that lives between frequencies, feeding off fear, using familiar voices to get close. Sound is energy. Voice is memory. What if something learned how to speak like the dead? And what if voice messages aren't saved only on cloud servers, but in places we don't understand? Olivia doesn't use phones anymore. She avoids electronics at night, covers mirrors, sleeps in a room lined with salt. But sometimes, she still feels her old phone vibrate. Even though it's buried 10 feet deep in the woods behind her cousin's house. Last week, she dug it up. The battery was completely dead, but when she turned it over, there was a new message notification from a number with no area code. Just 3 numbers. 314.